May manusia mura yang masuk. Apa tuh teman? Oh, itu saya.
Today, we're joined by expert here, advocate, activist, and government representatives who have continuously monitored and the development in Myanmar and the Rohingya. I sincerely thank everyone for kindly taking time to join for this critical press conference.
मेरा ग्रैंडफादर, मेरा कजन सिस्टर, 6 महीने का बीबी, उनका 6 लोग उस घर में डेथ हुआ है। अरकान आर्मी और म्यांमार जनता जो कर रहे हैं, ये सब रोहिंग्यास की सिविलियंस एरिया को कब्जा कर रहे हैं। सेम जेनोसाइड, सेम मंथ, सेम टाइम में हो रहा है। खाली 25 अगस्त में म्यांमार गवर्नमेंट ने किया था, अरकान आर्मी 5 अगस्त और कंटिन्यूसली अगस्त मंथ में चालू है। जेनोसाइड ऑनगोइंग चल रहा है। क्रिटिकल सिचुएशन है रखाइन स्टेट में। 13 नवंबर 2023 अभी तक अरकान आर्मी, म्यांमार जनता, बाकी अदर ग्रुप्स जो एट्रोसिटी कर रहे हैं रखाइन स्टेट में, हमारी टीम क्लोजली मॉनिटर कर रहे हैं।
Look at what's happening within India to raise this kind of alarm. I believe, and I think it is in fact the Rohingyas, the human rights that have documented that there are 800 cases of detention that they have been able to record. There may be many more of Rohingyas in detention cells, in detention camps, in whatever detention buildings have been so-called identified by the Indian government.
And we were working with the refugees in Jammu. So I went with the team and we went from village to village. And every village we stopped, we went to the local police station and asked, is there any are the Rohingyas here? These were Rohingya camps, 16 at that time. I think now much fewer. They've been shifted out to some other place. God knows where they shift them. So the SHO would say, look through his diary and then say, oh no, nothing serious. Some fights among the Rohingyas and some arguments and some theft case. And so I said, any terrorism case, sir? Any murder case? He said, no. So we went to all the camps. So when I had come back, I was quite familiar with the situation.
This event is to commemorate August 25th. I was in Cox's Bazar this year for the anniversary, and 7 years ago, the genocidal attacks happened against the Rohingya people. My organization that I work with, Fortify Rights, stands in solidarity with the victims and survivors of the attacks, and we are committed to seeing accountability for the atrocities, and will continue to work until that happens. As many of my other colleagues on the panel already talked about, Rohingya continue to face ongoing violence by the Myanmar military and also now by the Arkan army. Today, Fortify Rights published an investigation on how the AA attacked civilians via drone and mortar fire along the Naf River as they tried to flee.
The world has witnessed brutal killing and displacement of Rohingya in 1978, 1991, 1992, 2012, 2016, and 2017. Following the massive violence in 2017, the Gambia filed a case at the International Court of Justice. Then the International Criminal Court is still investigating the forced deportation case. Since the end of March this year, the Arakan Army has advanced in Budirang Township, forcing the Rohingya in rural area to flee their home. A soldier then looted their houses and burned the villages, carrying out significant massacre across the township. The most horrific massacre occurred on May 2nd, 2024 in Tanshaungkhan, known to the Rohingya as Honya City, where nearly 600 villagers, including children, women, and the elderly, were brutally killed in a single day.
One Rohingya woman who is raped by some Arakan army's members, and also her husband slaughtered by the Arakan armies. And also I interviewed some other strong cases, like everyone is slaughtered, just only one is in one family, all the family members are slaughtered by the Arakan army, and only one is survived.
As part of the commitment of the government, the National Unity Government acknowledged the past exclusionary practice that contributed to the Rohingya persecutions. In line with the Federal Democracy Charter again, NUG commits to create a future where discriminations operations are eradicated and ensuring a union where equality prevails and for all ethnic groups, including the Rohingya. And I have carefully listened, and we have been constantly monitoring as well the situations on the ground. And it is very, very important to keep in mind that all that happened is accumulations of systematic, intentional violence that's carried out for decades and decades. And we are at the very dangerous crossroad in Rakhine State and in Bangladesh as well.
It's extremely important that we really do look seriously at the risks that continue to face the Rohingya people. I think that there are so many elements that have to be unpacked when we're trying to think about, trying to stop the mass atrocities of Rohingya, and to try to even get to the point where we can have a conversation about looking at, the root causes of the disenfranchisement of Rohingya, which of course at the very heart is the statelessness of the Rohingya people.
We are in 2024. Still, now why is it so? You know that there is another genocide matter which is there before the ICJ. Now, in this case, ICJ did say that the Myanmar authorities should prevent acts of genocide. This is what is called politically correct language. You are asked to prevent something, but you are not told that you are doing it. You are not told that you are about to do it. But politically correct language.